Hey guys, welcome back to Moonlit TCG. Today I'm bringing you, well, a Gundam deck profile. You guys have already seen the thumbnail and the title. Just to preface, this is a Justice Blockers list. It is red-white, and I came up with this list literally a couple hours before the tournament. We ran it and got first place with it. So I will go over the cards. There are two cards in here that I might switch out. I'll go over when we get to them. I am fairly happy with it, and I apologize if you guys can hear the background. I am currently in a college dorm, and there are roommates and neighbors. So starting off with, we have 3 Jin from the Seed starter deck. It's just a 2/1, 2/2. That's really good for aggression. Same with our 2 copies of the Demi Garrison. You can honestly run 3 and 3 of these, which I may do once I switch out those 2 cards later on. They're basically the same exact card, do exactly the same thing. They help us get our early aggression going. Then we have 2 copies of Zowart. This is a 2/2, 3/2 blocker. Really, really good. Helps us maintain, because we do play a lot of blockers to help us maintain our presence and swing for game. Then we have 4 copies of Gundam Lafrith. Same exact reason. Sometimes you can slap Kira or Atherin on this, and it gets to be a problem to deal with, which is kind of funny. Then we have 2 copies of Strike Gundam, deploy, draw 1, discard 1. It's a 4/2, 3/3. This is the one I might take out, because every time I played it, I had no cards in hand other than this card, so I was literally drawing a card just to discard that same card. But yeah, it's really good here because you can get some aggression with it, but again, I might switch it out for another Demi Garrison and maybe something else. I'm not 100% for sure. But then we play 3 copies of Sword Strike Gundam. During link attack, you can bounce something to hand, and it's a 4/3, 4/3 that links with any Earth Alliance strike. So it can link with Kira or Mulaflaga, and yeah, this helps us get aggression and remove problems. Really good card. Then we play 2 copies of the Ale Strike Gundam from the starter deck. It has blocker, and again, when you pair it with a level 4 or higher pilot, it bounces something. Really good card. Removes problems, and it can be aggression or it can block. And we have 4 copies of the Aegis Gundam Mobile Armor mode. It has Breach 3 and it links with Atherin. It's a 4/3, 3/4. Really, really good. Helps you get rid of blockers and problematic cards while still punching shields at the same time. Just a really great card. Then we have 3 copies of the Justice Gundam. Deploy, you play a Phaeton token, which is a 2/2 blocker. And during pair, if you attack with a Justice Gundam, you can make that blocker have Rush. So it's really, really good. And it links with Atherin, so we are playing Atherins on top of our Kiras. Then for our pilots, we have 4 copies of Kira Yamato. Kind of self-explanatory. During the attack, you give something -2 AP. That's a +2/+1 to the to the unit. Then we have 4 copies of Atherin Zala. When it's linked, you can attack a level 5 or lower unit that turn. And it's +1/+2, so the opposite of Kira, which is really good. For commands, we have 2 copies of Hawk of Endymion. Main action, you choose 1 enemy unit, and you can return it to the owner's hand if it has 3 or less HP. But I tend to use it as Mulaflaga, which is a +1/+0 Earth Alliance pilot with a Sword Strike Gundam, just to be able to get those bounces with the Sword Strike as well. We have 4 copies of Overflowing Affection, kind of self-explanatory, draw power or straw power. Then we have 2 copies of Close Combat. Again, action main, choose an enemy unit to deal 2 damage to it. Arguably one of the MVPs of this deck is the next card being the 3 Striker Pack. Just being able to spawn our blocker tokens is really, really nice. 3 copies of Archangel. Being able to reset our blockers is nice. Rarely ever use it. Usually I'm just playing all units and hoping to switch back and forth between offense and defense. But it is nice because it can come up. And then for the last 3 cards, we're on 3 Mining Asteroid Powwow. This is another base. But it has 6 health. Same reason as you play the 6 health one in the Gundam Wing deck. We want to be able to last until we can get Justice on board. That is the list. First place out of 3 rounds, and yeah, I feel relatively confident about those matchups. I will see you guys in that section.